Live from WRAL News Headquarters in Raleigh, your number one source for local news. WRAL News, coverage you can count on.
More storms are possible for your Friday. Then this cold front finally passes and we get some drier and cooler air. I'll let you know how dry and cool we'll get coming up.
New tariffs ahead. President Donald Trump's next round of taxes on imports goes into place next week. How big a difference they could make in how much we pay at the store.
And a deadly crash on I-540. The new information we are working to gather about the crash that backed up traffic for miles during the evening commute last night. One of many stories we will be covering for you on your Friday morning, August 1st. Thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle McConaughey in for Nate Chu.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. Thanks for making us part of your Friday here as we get a new month on the calendar here. Flip the page, and we're trying to turn the page on some of this hot weather as well. Yeah. Grant Skinner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center right now. The transitioning day for us, huh?
Yes, looking forward to the drier and cooler air after a hot stretch of days. Multiple WRAL weather alert days, 7 in a row. We don't have a WRAL weather alert day today. Still some strong wind gusts and some localized flooding will be possible with some of those stronger storms closer to the sandhills. But as this front continues to pass, we'll have more storms today. Then the drier and cooler air will work its way in for the weekend, and that should stick around for at least a short period of time into the next week. So looking forward to that. Here's Raleigh right now. You can see scattered cloud cover continues. Some spots have seen some brief showers this morning, but most places are dry with temperatures still in the mid to upper 70s. Roxbury's at 73, Fayetteville at 74, Goldsboro's at 77 this morning. And again, more storms are possible later today. Highs only in the upper 80s. We'll talk more about that chance for showers and storms. We'll time it out with Futurecast and what to expect as we head into the rest of the weekend. Coming up in a bit, Chris.
All right, thanks, Grant. Good morning. Chris Lovingood here giving you your traffic report. I-40 at Jones Sausage Road. I mean, it's starting to get like that normal morning commute slowdown, but nothing that's really going to be out of the ordinary for you, so just keep that in mind. Drive time-wise, we're looking pretty clear. I mean, zeros across the board when I last checked it. Looks like we're having a little trouble here transitioning to the next graphic, but that's okay. As I mentioned, zero across the board when in regards to that. Elsewhere across the triangle, what we're seeing, and actually it looks like we have a 1 minute delay there if you're coming from Wake Forest. So we had an update within the past 30 seconds or so. Keep in mind, if you are headed out on the road, keep us on the radio, 101.5 HD3, no matter where you are.
Just about 2 hours ago, Durham fire crews responded to a vehicle fire on Miami Boulevard. This is video from the WRAL Breaking News Tracker right around 4 a.m. The truck was pulled into the driveway of a business there close by, and the front grille was melted off the vehicle. No injuries were reported.
And just before 11:30 last night, I-540 reopened after a crash that killed a person. Sky 5 was over the scene, and our team was on the ground as crews investigated there and cleaned up. One person was killed in the crash near Leesville Road. We are working to learn what caused the crash and if anyone else was injured. Delays extended from Briar Creek Parkway East to Creedmoor Road during the evening commute.
A person is in custody this morning accused of shooting and killing a person and injuring a teen on the Outer Banks. This happened yesterday afternoon at the Avalon Fishing Pier in Kill Devil Hills. The father of a 15-year-old boy says his son is in critical condition after being shot in the thigh. He says the boy was flown to the hospital, and police say the suspect was arrested in Southern Shores.
New tariffs will go into effect in less than a week. Last night, President Donald Trump signed executive orders to impose tariffs for almost everything Americans import. All goods coming into the U.S. will be taxed at a universal 10% rate, but that only applies to countries in which the U.S. exports more than it imports. A senior administration official says that applies to most countries. Dozens of countries that have trade deficits with America will also be facing tariffs of 15% or higher. These tariffs are set to take effect on August 7th. And as a new date is set on tariffs, WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is live in Cary to explain what this could mean for businesses and shoppers. Kelsey, good morning.
Michelle, good morning. Sweeping tariffs were set to go into effect today, but President Trump pushed back that deadline. Now the impact on prices here at the grocery store may be delayed a little bit. We spoke with economist Elizabeth Pancotti about which products may have higher price tags due to these tariffs. She says no item is off this list. Coffee, cars, even Christmas toys.
I do expect for families to see both higher prices and shortages on shelves heading into the holiday season here in the next few months.
Pancotti says prices for shoes and backpacks could also go up, but those increases will likely happen after back-to-school season is over. Even though these new tariffs are set to go into effect in less than a week, people may not notice price changes until next month or even as late as December. And that new tariff deadline is set for next Thursday, August 7th. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, Levin Carey.
Investigators now say that the explosion at this Harnett County townhome was intentional. The Andrew police chief says the man who lived there shot at a propane tank several times to cause it to explode. Investigators also found a last will and testament at that scene. The man was burned over 90% of his body. He's being treated at the UNC Burn Center. About 20 people were out of their homes because of the blast. All but one have been able to return back home. A contractor is accused of peeping at people in a Raleigh neighborhood. Paul Brooks was arrested this week and charged with trespassing and secret peeping. Court records accuse him of looking into a woman's bedroom at night. A neighbor tells WRAL Brooks has done work on at least 4 homes in that neighborhood.
This is somebody that I trusted. Again, it feels like a breach of trust. You don't look in somebody's bedroom window when they're at home if you don't want to see something.
Brooks was released on a $3,000 bond. He's due back in court later this month.
Republican National Committee Chairman Michael Whatley has officially entered the U.S. Senate race in North Carolina. That brings the number of Republican candidates in the race to 3. The winner will likely take on former Governor Roy Cooper in next year's election. Whatley has been a political operative and lobbyist for many years. He is the former chairman of the state GOP. He was President Donald Trump's choice as the Republican candidate, even though he has never run for office before.
Our campaign will be about North Carolina values. We will fight for a strong economy, safe communities, and America that is respected around the world. And we will win because we will fight every single day for North Carolina and the values that we hold so dear.
Whatley attacked Cooper and former President Joe Biden in his announcement. He said their response to Helene was lacking and that he will make sure that never happens again. And Whatley will join 2 other Republican candidates who have already entered the race, Don Brown and Andy Nielsen. Cooper announced Monday that he would enter the race. Our NC Capitol team has a full assessment of Cooper, Whatley, and other candidates. You'll find their complete coverage on WRAL.com and the WRAL News app.
Today, families in Enfield will be able to restock refrigerators after recent power outages. Food Lion Feeds will be hosting a food distribution event this afternoon. It'll happen at the Food Lion store on McDaniel Street. Volunteers looking to help pack food bags should get there by 1:30 this afternoon.
Well, today could be the day a UNC graduate launches into space on a SpaceX mission. You are taking a live look right now at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida this morning. NASA wants to launch at about 11 this morning after yesterday's planned launch was called off.
On countdown, hold. We are standing down for a violation of weather rules.
Yeah, the Falcon 9 rocket was loaded and crew checks were complete when NASA made that call to delay the launch because of weather. UNC grad Zena Cardman and the rest of the crew will load back into the Falcon at 9 o'clock this morning. The group will go to the International Space Station to perform research, technology, demonstrations, and maintenance.
The NFL is back. The preseason kicked off last night in Canton, Ohio with the NFL Hall of Fame game. This year's Hall of Fame class was honored before the Los Angeles Chargers took on the Detroit Lions. It was all Chargers. Once the game got underway, Los Angeles won 34-7. The first regular season game is September 4th. The Philadelphia Eagles play the Dallas Cowboys, and you can watch that game right here on WRAL.
And prior to kickoff last night, players and coaches joined those mourning the victims of the deadly mass shooting in New York City earlier this week. Both teams held a moment of silence. A gunman opened fire at a Manhattan high-rise, killing 4 people, including an NYPD officer. The NFL headquarters was located in that building. Time now is 6:09 on your Friday morning. Face off with a fox.
If it's my dog or that fox, the fox is not going to make it.
Yeah, Durham couple springs into action to save their pet. How this is part of an ongoing problem in one neighborhood.
And possible danger here. A playset is being pulled off the shelf after a toddler died while playing with it. How a hook that is part of that set could lead to tragedy.
And still humid out there this morning, but once this front can finally pass, some drier air will work its way in. I'll let you know how dry it could feel by the end of the weekend, and we'll break down that storm chance for today coming up.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
We're coming up on 6:13 on this Friday morning. Temperatures right now sitting in the mid-70s for most spots. It's also still humid out there, but the drop in humidity will come very, very soon. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a few minutes. Here's the forecast highs for today. Still sitting in the upper 80s and low 90s, but cooler than the past several days. 88 for your high in Raleigh, Wilmington at 90 degrees, Nags Head at 85. Asheville sitting at 88 degrees by this afternoon. You'll see your beach forecast for today includes another chance for showers and storms. Temperatures cooler in the upper 80s. It'll be cooler for your Saturday, even cooler than it is today, but then more chances for some showers and storms before we finally have some drier air that works its way in. We'll talk more about that weekend forecast and also when to expect more storms in the next week coming up in just a few minutes.
Grant, I tell you what, the sensors are playing jokes on me today. I was going to show our viewers here on NC 55 Highway, not too far from Durham. There was a slowdown, but it has since been refreshed in the past 30 seconds. Nothing much going on there. And then when I looked at the camera, even set it up I-40 westbound at NC 55 again. No issues there. So it keeps playing games with me today. Otherwise, we're looking at the drive times. I've been looking in the area, and it looks like if you're, it looks like right here in Durham, if you're coming from NC 50 westbound, it looks like there's a 1-minute delay, and there's been an improvement from the southbound from Infinity Road. So that's good. Keep us on the radio if you're going to be out and about. 101.5 HD3.
Thanks, Chris. We have a recall alert to tell you about this morning. Thousands of kids' play kitchen sets are being pulled off shelves after a toddler's death. The brand Backyard Kids is recalling almost 200,000 of these KidCraft farm table model play sets over concerns that parts of the set could pose a strangling risk. A toddler died after a shirt got caught on one of the hooks from the set. The sets were sold on KidCraft.com, Amazon, and Walmart between 2018 and now. People who have these sets are asked to stop using them, remove the hooks, and contact Backyard Kids for replacement hooks.
A Durham neighborhood is on the lookout after reports of people and pets being bitten by a fox. This happened in the Carolina Arbors neighborhood. According to the sheriff's office, there have been 3 reports of fox attacks. A neighborhood safety group says several more people are reporting scary run-ins with the fox. WRAL sat down with one family who had to fight to get the fox off their dog.
Jumped on it. I must have been screaming. I was kicking it, jumping on it, stomping on it. And I realized, as I was doing that, I realized it was actually attached to her harness and not to her neck. So then I gave it a huge kick and finally it got off.
The neighborhood has set up traps to catch the fox. If you happen to run into it, the sheriff's office asks you to call animal control right away.
Millions of people are feeling the impacts of dangerous rainfall and flash flooding across the mid-Atlantic and Northeast. Video from New York shows flooded streets and subways. The city was hit with several inches of rain yesterday. Officials say they had already had to perform water rescues there. And New York City, New Jersey, they've declared states of emergency. Severe flooding there was also reported in Maryland.
That's right, Jeff. Destiny Patterson here in the WRAL Live Center. We are seeing some of the rescues that came out of this area in Maryland. We know that much of the DMV area, as you mentioned, was impacted by this flash flooding. You can see the moments that emergency crews rescued a mother and her children from those quickly rising flash flood waters. Of course, this is one of many instances of crews having to go out and make those rescues, according to the reports from our affiliate stations in that area.
All right, thank you, Destiny. And starting today, millions of people with student loans will see their balance go up. A policy change from the Trump administration means people enrolled in the SAVE plan will now have interest added to their balance. Legal challenges paused payments and froze the interest. The Education Department says people can still apply for lenience to delay monthly payments.
President Donald Trump is bringing back the presidential fitness test. Surrounded by professional athletes, Trump signed an executive order that would reestablish the test in public schools. The fitness test was first introduced by President Lyndon Johnson in 1966. In 2012, President Barack Obama replaced the test with an assessment called the Fitness Gram. It focused on bettering individual health.
And the Smithsonian National Museum of American History has reportedly removed President Trump's name from an exhibit about impeachments for now. Reports say the removal was part of a review of the Smithsonian's content for bias and comes after receiving pressure from the White House to frame the nation's history more positively. The exhibit also references the impeachments of Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton. Barbecue, art, and family movie night is on the agenda for the Triangle area.
Yeah, it's time to take a look at our out and about best bets for this weekend. And I know you'll be shocked to know I've done this one. The two-day Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue Festival kicks off tonight at Cary at Kokobuth Amphitheater. I only did one day, though. You can enjoy samples of craft beer and bourbon, plus all the barbecue you want. Tickets are available for tonight and tomorrow at Kokobuth Amphitheater website.
It looks fun. I like that. And the Uproar Festival of Public Art in Orange County gets started today. The festival will include artists from North Carolina and across the Southeast. They will compete for $21,000 in cash prizes voted on by the public and a panel of experts. The festival will run through August 23rd through downtown Chapel Hill, Carborough, and Hillsborough.
And family fun at Moore Square tonight in Raleigh. The first Friday market and movie night starts at 5 p.m. The events will include food trucks, vendors, live music, and a free screening of Inside Out 2 at 7:30. Organizers say the lawn fills up quickly for movie night, as you know, so get there early, get your spot. For more weekend fun, you can visit WRAL.com and search Out and About. And we know that a lot of the trouble spots we're talking about throughout today are to our south a little bit, but everyone's in a little bit of a risk.
Yeah, exactly. Meteorologist Grant Skinner in the WRAL Severe Weather Center. Southern Pines looking beautiful right now, Grant. I mean, come on, that's beautiful.
I know, it's kind of misleading because we have a good chance for showers and storms there later today, but right now it really is beautiful out there. Just some scattered clouds. You can see those stunning colors on the right side of your screen from the sunrise this morning. You can see those deep oranges and pinks in there. It's gorgeous this morning. So if you can enjoy the morning, do so, because this afternoon we'll have a better chance for showers and storms, especially south of the Triangle. This morning it's just warm and humid, temperatures in the mid-70s. Dew point still in the 70s as well. The dew points finally drop to the upper 50s for some spots by Sunday once the front can pass. But for now, we've got to deal with a good chance for showers and storms, and it's still going to feel hot for some spots today. I think with the humidity factored in, some spots get close to 100 degrees for the feels-like temperature right along the Triangle and back towards Goldsboro as well. To the north, closer to that area where we're seeing that cooler air start to work its way in, feeling like the upper 80s by this afternoon, so not feeling as hot there. Hotter towards the Sandhills by the afternoon. Dual Doppler 5000, mostly quiet for now. There are some showers closer to Lumberton and the areas south of Cumberland and Sampson counties this morning. There were some brief showers early this morning, very early this morning, but now it's quieter on radar. Again, it will not stay the same by this afternoon. Here's Futurecast. 2, 3 o'clock, a better chance for showers and storms. The majority of them south of the Triangle. That doesn't mean you won't see a shower or storm along and north of the Triangle. It's just the best chances are going to be to the south. With that, some localized flooding and some strong wind gusts are possible. This is 9 p.m., so a good coverage of showers and storms. Some light rain for the Triangle north, and that will stick around through the overnight hours as well. Isolated overnight, and then some brief showers for your Saturday. Then the cooler air starts to work its way in, drier air, and looking forward to this. Lower rain chances, temperatures in the low to mid 80s. Overnight lows are going to be cooler as well. More storms by the middle of next week, but the drier and more comfortable air is going to be much needed. Chris?
Look, any day it doesn't feel like the surface of the sun, that's a win in my book. Good morning, folks. Chris Lovingood here, giving you a look at your traffic situation. So there was a bit of a slowdown if you're headed up from Columbia Springs toward Fuquay Arena and then on toward Raleigh, but there's no camera in that spot that we have access to. This is the closest I could get you, NC 540 at the NC 55 bypass, to see if there are any kind of residual effects, but nothing in that regard, which is good. But in terms of delays, if you're headed out for your morning commute, we're seeing zeros across the board, at least from the Raleigh perspective. In Durham, I saw there was a 1-minute delay from one perspective, but it looks like things have since cleared. I-40 at Jones Sausage Road looking pretty busy, but no slowdowns, which is good. As you're beginning your morning commute, always take us with you on the go. 101.5 HD3. We got you covered.
All right, thank you, Chris. An unprecedented era. Chapel Hill football entering a new phase with Bill Belichick as the head coach. How the program is growing despite the school preparing to cut costs by tens of millions of dollars.
And a horrific, fiery attack. A Virginia man is charged with attempted murder, accused of lighting a city councilman on fire. What court documents are revealing about the suspect?
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
Dating rumors taking the internet by storm, and baseball on a racetrack.
Yeah, let's take a look at what's trending this morning on your Friday. The newest celebrity couple rumor getting buzz on the internet. Former Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is seen rocking out at a Katy Perry concert this weekend. The 53-year-old was at the concert with his daughter, but days earlier, Trudeau and Perry were spotted having dinner together in Montreal. So everybody wants to know, are they friends? Are they dating? What's going on here?
You say she's just a friend. That's what he said. Okay, so,
well, we'll see.
She dumped Orlando Bloom, so off she goes. Major League Baseball is taking America's pastime to an iconic NASCAR track this weekend. This is time-lapse video of crews adding a baseball diamond to Bristol Motor Speedway. The Atlanta Braves play the Cincinnati Reds right there tomorrow night. You can watch it on Fox 50. They've sold 85,000 tickets already. It holds 90,000, so top it off. Go for it.
Yeah, I want to go to that. That looks awesome.
It is. I've been there for a NASCAR race.
Have you?
I have, but not a baseball game.
Not a baseball game,
Nobody
I know.
has.
It's crazy.
Starting today, we are teaming up to make tails wag and hearts happy. Clear the Shelters is back now through August 31st. Today, the SPCA of Wake County will have extended hours for the event. It'll be open from 8 a.m. to midnight and will waive adoption fees. For a full list of participating shelters and special adoption events, you can visit WRAL.com/shelters.
Coming up, bracing for higher costs, what the newest tariff announcement from the Trump administration could mean for your wallet.
Devastation in Maryland. A child is dead after torrential rain and flooding moves through the mid-Atlantic. How authorities say he got caught up in the rising water.
And some strong storms are possible today, a level 1 of 5 risk for areas of the south and west. We'll talk more about those storm threats for your Friday and some cooler air for the weekend coming up.